Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of our show. This is your host, Keith Doherty. Today our special guest is top real estate loan originator and area manager Eric Blossman of Pacific Union Financial based out of Austin, Texas. Eric is an area manager for Pacific Union Financial, and he has been in the business for almost 25 years and one of the top originators in the country. He has garnered several awards and accolades over the years, and just recently he was featured in Top Agent magazine as one of the top originators of 2015. Prior to Pacific Union, he spent 8 years in GE Consumer Finance, where he's one of the top 5 account executives nationwide. He currently has branches in Austin, Round Rock, Fort Worth, San Antonio, and Harlingen. And he also produces roughly $20 million annually of personal production, primarily from his referral partners. All right, with all that said, Eric, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Keith, for having me on.
I guess, Eric, if we could start for our listeners, what led you into becoming a loan originator? I mean, was that something that you knew you always wanted to do, or did you maybe stumble into it?
Well, Keith, I did go to college, and I studied finance. But after that, I became a touring pianist, and I essentially was living out in Los Angeles back in the 90s, and met my wife, and essentially wanted to raise a family, so needed to find a job that wasn't gone all the time, and she was in the mortgage business, and that's what kind of got me started.
Excellent. Well, Eric, do you think you could talk a little bit about what personal attributes, traits, or qualities you think have most contributed to the success you've had so far?
Sure. I was a middle child, which is basically the peacemaker of the home. I developed communication skills at a pretty early age, which has helped me where I am today. Communication skills I developed helped me grow into a two-person operation over to 30 employees today. So when I say communication skills, I mean a big part of that is listening. I mean listening to your coworkers, your clients, to help find solutions to issues that they're attempting to solve.
Excellent. And Eric, do you think you could give our listeners an example of when these traits have played a role in your path towards success?
Yeah, there's many examples, and these happen daily. I mean, clients need to know exactly how the process works, and they need to be constantly updated. I mean, if they have credit challenges, these need to be well documented for the underwriters so it's easy for them to understand. And again, if there's any conflict arises or any disagreements over conditions or any issues that come up on the loan, it takes really good communication skills to be able to put it all together and create a seamless process for these clients.
Excellent. And obviously, Eric, as you know, every road to success usually isn't just a simple, smooth path. A lot of times people run into adversities and trials along the way. So can you talk about some of the adversities or trials that you had to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
Yeah, in the mortgage business, we had a few industry-wide downturns that I think we've all had to work through. The worst being 2007, when essentially the entire industry suffered significant setbacks. In 2007, I was working as one of the top territory managers in the country in Los Angeles, and our company, among many others, imploded. So I made the decision at that time to move to a better market and relocated the family back to Texas in the Lakeway area of Austin. So I had to start completely over as a loan officer working at a bank and work my way all the way back where I am today, an area manager with multiple branches in Texas and over $10 million in monthly production.
Excellent. And Eric, I guess what kept you going despite these obstacles? Obviously, you got into the industry, you had the market downturn, there may have been other things. Why didn't you give up? What was your driving force?
Well, I have 3 little girls. It's the driving force, and everything we do is to take care of our family. They're all starting middle school, and they're next year I'll have 2 of them in high school, so we're going to be looking at college. So we're definitely working hard to take care of the family. That's the biggest thing.
Excellent. So I guess, Eric, kind of looking forward, what's your vision for your career, say, over the next 5 years?
Well, my vision over the next 5 years is going to be to grow the state of Texas. I'm currently the area manager of Texas. So we've grown. We started a year and a half ago here with 2 branches. We've grown to 7. And our goal is to hit a significant market share in every Texas market. So we've got a lot of work to do, and I'm excited for the next 5 years.
Excellent. And I guess kind of, on top of the vision, what's the best way you feel that you market yourself, in the mortgage business so that you can always be continually growing?
Well, my strategy's always been repeat business and referrals. There's no better time to gain referrals is while you're in a current transaction. You've got multiple realtors on it, and you've got ample opportunity to impress everyone every time you get a loan in-house. Taking care of your customers to the point where they recommend you. I mean, this is the most cost-effective way of marketing. Like I said, every purchase transaction, there's multiple agents. So, do the little things that your competitors miss. Over-communicate, and above all else, make sure that your loan closes on time.
Excellent. And I think sometimes there might be misconceptions or myths that people have about working with, loan originators, mortgage brokers in general. What do you think the biggest misconception or myth that people have about working with a loan originator is?
Well, just like in any industry, there's good loan officers and there's ones that aren't so good. I mean, our industry's become very complex with a lot of obstacles that each loan officer faces that can create some issues for a home buyer. I mean, it takes a very skilled and knowledgeable loan officer to bring the client to application to closing table without any major headache. So my suggestion to any home buyer would be to shop wisely for a loan officer and always ask for references.
Excellent. And I guess kind of, on top of that, let's say that somebody was looking for a mortgage, obviously, and they want to, kind of shop different lenders and see what advice would you give somebody in order to help them select a lender that could best serve their needs? What would you tell them to look for?
Well, the best thing is ask around. Referrals are the best. Somebody had a good experience with a loan officer is always the best place to start. Definitely stay with someone local that knows your market. There's a lot of call centers set up nationwide that you might have somebody in Oregon that is, in closing loans in Texas, which there's a lot of different documentation items that they're going to be asking for because they don't know, Texas is a little bit different. Every state's a little bit different. So the key is definitely find someone local and definitely ask for a referral from a friend or someone who had just recently done a mortgage.
All right, excellent. Well, Eric, obviously you're based out of the state of Texas. So what specific area, I guess, are you licensed to be able to help people with mortgages in?
I can help anybody in the state of Texas, and of course our company is nationwide. So if anyone needs a referral to one of our partners nationwide, I'd be happy to help them out.
Excellent. Well, Eric, if somebody needs a mortgage or they want to get some more information, what's the best way they can find out more about you and how you can help them?
Best way to find me is to go to my website at www.texaslenderonline.com. There's a link there that you can see some reviews, and also all my contact information is there as well.
Excellent. Well, Eric, obviously we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come here today and share all of your business experience with our listeners. And if you're listening and you want to learn more about Eric, obviously you can go to his website, like he said, texaslenderonline.com. Also below this interview, we'll have a link to his website as well as any other contact information, his phone, his email, so that you can get in touch with Eric and see if you guys would be a good fit to work together. So with all that said, everybody, until our next show, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.